Clay P. Bedford. You can teach a student a lesson for a day, but if you can teach him to learn by creating curiosity, he will continue the learning process as long as he lives. Unquote. Education is the tool that sharpens the human mind, shapes character, and at the end leads us on to a path of self-discovery. It is the only wealth that cannot be stolen. The more you give, the richer you become. It is a privilege not to be taken lightly, for there are many around the world who are deprived of this wealth. Here's a thought-provoking video for all of us. Change is inevitable. The academic year began with Mrs. Devika Kiran taking over as the principal of the institution. Myself, Mrs. Alpana Kala, was promoted to the post of vice principal. To ensure that uniformity is maintained in teaching at all levels, subject coordinators were appointed. The year began with happy tidings for our institution. The AISSE results were a source of elation for all of us. Here's a brief extract of the results. 102 students appeared for the AISSE, all passing with flying colors with 100% first classes. 40 students secured above 90%, out of which 25 got a CGPA 10. The CCE pattern of evaluation allows students to learn at their own pace with the help of activities, projects, debates, etc. The formative and summative assessments are spread across the year, giving scope to all the students to excel. Free ships are awarded to the needy students. Scholarships worth rupees 47,51,000 have been given to 190 students in the academic year 2016-17. It is a well-established fact that the external environment has a huge impact on learning. The students returned to a refurbished school, giving further impetus to the drive to learn. The present school strength is 1486. We have 123 Sindhi children and 1,363 non-Sindhi students. There are about 76 RTE students currently studying in our institution. Students have been admitted to LKG under RTE Act for the academic year 2016-17. I apologize, 8 students have been admitted to LKG under RTE Act for the academic year 2016-17. An orientation program was organized for the parents of nursery, class 1 and class 10 to familiarize them with the proceedings of the school. We have introduced 2 separate diaries for this academic session. The diary for the pre-primary contains the entire year's portions, and the diary for the high school has the Bhagavad Gita, thereby making it more convenient for the parent and the student. The Sindhi Seva Samiti, our parent body, has rendered yeoman service to society. To commemorate 60 years of its inception, a walkathon to create awareness about organ donation in general and eye donation in particular was organized. The walkathon was a stupendous success. The students of classes 6 to 10 of the KK Road and classes 6 to 12 of the Hebbal branch were enthusiastic participants in it. The walkathon was preceded by the press meet. The other important events planned to mark this momentous occasion for the Samiti were the concert by the legendary singer KK and the evening featuring the Indian Idol finalist Mohit Lalwani. On this occasion, the executives from all the institutions under the Sindhi Seva Samiti umbrella were felicitated. To maintain uniformity between the KK Road and Hebbal branch, a joint meeting between the staff of both the schools was organized. We began the year by handing over the responsibility of leading the students to the newly appointed parliamentarians. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. The investiture ceremony was a culmination of a democratic process where students chose their captains. Our principal, Mrs. Devika Kiran, presided over the proceedings. The planet is a precious gift handed to us for safekeeping for the future generations. It is our responsibility to safeguard it. The Environment Day was celebrated with great gusto by our students to highlight the dire need to preserve what rightfully belongs to each one of us. Yoga, India's gift to the world, helps the mind and body to remain in sync with one another. Yoga Day was celebrated on the 21st of June with a well-coordinated display of asanas by our students. A balm to frayed nerves. Music unites people across age groups, gender and nationality. The World Music Day was celebrated on the 21st of July with a melodious musical performance, which was a perfect blend of the best of modern and traditional. The 24th Inter-School Table Tennis Tournament was organized by the school. Like every year, there was a heartwarming response from the various schools. Shri Ashok Chawla, Honorary Treasurer, Sindhi Academy of Skills, inaugurated the event. Mr. Nitin Thiruvengadam, the chief guest, and Mr. V.P. Charan, an alumnus and guest of honor, gave away the trophies and prizes. The Independence Day was celebrated with great zeal. A colorful cultural program and thought-provoking speeches evoked patriotic fervor in one and all. Laughter is the best medicine. A laughter therapy session was conducted by the founder of the Laughter Club, Shri Madanlal Kataria. Teachers left their work aside and laughed to their heart's content. Teachers' Day was celebrated at our Hebbal school premises. Mrs. Maitreyi Satyadev, the former principal of our school and currently the principal of the Hebbal branch, was felicitated on the completion of 25 years of glorious service. Mrs. Bhargavi and Miss Malini were also felicitated on the completion of 15 years of dedicated service to the institution. A healthy mind in a healthy body. The importance of physical well-being and mental alertness can never be undermined. Sports Day was celebrated with the usual excitement. Ecstasy, hope, disappointment. We saw a gamut of emotions on and off the field. Mr. Ashok Kandari, Honorary Treasurer, Sindhi Seva Samiti, inaugurated the event, and Miss Nikki Ponappa, reputed golfer, gave away the trophies and prizes. To aid the students who need that extra nudge, we have the resource room classes where individual attention is given to slow learners. Behavior batches are given out to the students at regular intervals to acknowledge the ones whose behavior is impeccable. Gap classes, value education classes, and school cinema are some of the additional classes for the students of classes 1 to 5. Co-curricular activities including clay modeling, talent shows, memory tests, and quizzes are routinely organized. Some other significant days and events were the moment of calm. Teachers addressed students on the importance of forgiveness and peace, the values propagated by Sadhu Vaswani. The Scholastic Book Fair was organized for the benefit of students. Students also participated in the road races. It has been our endeavor to constantly improve ourselves. Teachers attend various workshops and hone their skills. Appreciation and acknowledgement are great motivators. Mrs. Sumana Shenoy, our science coordinator, was adjudged the winner in a competition organized by Tata Edge, while Mrs. Alamelu, our science teacher, was adjudged the runners-up. Mrs. Sumana has qualified for the competition at the zonal level too. It is worth mentioning here that the Tata Class Edge boards have been upgraded to the latest virus-free operating system called Ubuntu. Bhuvan of Class 4 brought laurels to the institution when he bagged the 3rd place in the kata competition of karate at the international level. Sanjeevani of Class 2B has gained a formidable reputation as a Bharatnatyam dancer at this tender age. Amongst the plethora of awards that she has won, Bharat Raksha Saurabha, a national award, is the most prominent. Our students have also participated and won many inter-school competitions. Hobby classes like karate, dance, and table tennis give our students opportunity to pursue their hobbies within the safe confines of the school. An eye checkup for classes 1 to 10, staff and sub-staff members, was organized in association with the Lions Club. Adolescence, besides being a time of excitement, is also a time of turmoil. The predicament of each student graduating from class 10 is the choice of career. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. To guide our students on the choice of career, inside a career counseling session was conducted by our alumni. Having traversed the challenging path, the alumni gave the students an insight into their chosen field. The career counseling session was preceded by a session by Mr. Deepak Shinde, a life skills expert. The young ones from the pre-primary section also had activities galore to keep them engaged. The pre-primary section celebrated the Ganeshotsav by invoking the blessings of Lord Ganesh, the Vigna Vinashak. There was festivity and excitement in the air as students sang bhajans, chanted shlokas, and partook of the prasadam. The children shared the most tender bond with their grandparents. To allow grandparents a peek into the activities of their treasured ones, Grandparents' Day is organized for the pre-primary section. This year was no different. Grandparents sat with their little ones in the classroom and got acquainted with the fun activities that their little ones indulge in. To familiarize the little ones on the concept of buying and selling, a market day was organized for them. Choosing the right institution for their loved one is a big decision for every parent. To make the choice easier, Toddlers Meet was organized on 14th of November to give the parents a glimpse into the activities of the school. The institution made another beginning by organizing its first international trip. The students of both the branches were taken to Dubai. It was fun and frolic for the students and the accompanying staff members. A 2-day trip to Chikmagalur was also planned for the students of classes 9th and 10th. These, in a nutshell, were the major activities and events of the year. It gives me immense pleasure to inform you all that the best all-round performance junior has been bagged by Chavi Mehta, currently in class 6. The best all-round performance senior has been bagged by Vineet R. Sangvi. The best house academics and CCA for the academic year 2015-16 have been bagged by Vaswani House, a double bonanza for them. And the best house bulletin board display has been bagged by Patel House. These trophies will be given out tomorrow. As I end my report, I place on record my gratitude towards our dynamic management, headed by our President, Shri R. Deepak Narang, for their unstinting support. I acknowledge the valuable guidance of the Principal, Mrs. Devika Kiran. Phil Jackson said, "The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team." I thank the wonderful team of the institution, comprising of the teaching and non-teaching staff, for their constant support. Last but not the least, I wish to thank Mrs. Lakshmi Devi, our computer teacher, who rendered invaluable help in making the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you and have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, ma'am, for this informative insight into the school activities. May I request the dignitaries to kindly occupy the seats on the dais.
Handed to us for safekeeping for the future generations. It is our responsibility to safeguard it. The Environment Day was celebrated with great gusto by